Welcome to Celebrity Vibes. Selena Gomez drops pointers to control depressive spirals. Pick up the phone. Walk. We will harm it all down for you. But in the proceeding then we proceed, please. If you are new to this channel, please take a minute of your treasured time to subscribe and hit the notification bell for large updates. Let's dive into the video. Award-winning singer and songwriter Selena Gomez these days shared some suggestions that have helped her control depressive episodes. Gomez shared her step-by-step information in an Instagram ad for the authentic Wondermind account. In the video, she may want to be heard saying, "Sometimes I'm now not suitable at it. It simply happens. I'll simply wake up, and possibly occasionally simply getting out of bed. What helps me, first and foremost, is simply choosing up the smartphone and calling someone." She additionally went on to say, "Also I recommend working out. I hate working out. It is now not fun. I've been doing extreme boxing training recently, and it has without a doubt helped me get a lot of frustration. However, additionally simply energy out, and it feels so good." Despite having 268 million followers on Instagram, Selena Gomez does now not have the platform on her phone. In a new interview with WWD's Beauty Incorporated issue, The Only Murders in the Building star, 29, printed she deleted all social media from her phone. "I do all of my posts through texting my assistant, and the caption that I want. I say that due to the fact that's a huge considerable phase of why I experience like I've been as wholesome as I have been," Gomez explained. "I'm totally unaware of, actually, what's going on in pop culture, and that makes me truly happy." She added, "And perhaps that doesn't make anybody else happy. However, for me, it's without a doubt saved my life." While Gomez's cell phone has been social media free for 3 years, she first got here to the choice after it simply grew to become too much. "To be honest, I used to be just, like, this is too lots information," she said. "This is too a lot of my non-public existence unfold out everywhere, and it simply felt uncontrollable. I felt like my ideas in the entirety I used to be ingesting revolved around a million specific different human beings in the world announcing suitable matters and awful things. And I simply thought, why would I don't get something from it. Nothing is giving me life. And I simply snapped, and I was once over it. I'm glad I didn't, due to the fact it is such a super way to remain connected," she said. "And when I do go on, it makes me blissful to understand that I'm simply being totally truthful and being genuine to who I am." The rare beauty magnate additionally opened up about her very own intellectual health, her battles with nervousness and despair and bipolar disease diagnosis. She's additionally talked about residing with lupus and her 2017 kidney transplant. "There was once this mammoth quantity of strain I had developing up that I felt like I wanted to be a properly functioned model," Gomez advised the mag. "And then I felt like perhaps that was one simply unrealistic, and my existence grew to become very public truly quickly, and I didn't recognize that I used to be going through my personal experience with intellectual fitness at the time. So, it used to be truly complicated developing up, and as soon as human beings created this narrative of my life, I realized I can't be quiet anymore. I have to simply tackle what desires to be addressed, and that's me reclaiming my story, which is, okay, yeah, I was once virtually going through a difficult time, and this is why, and this is what I deal with. It feels proper to eventually no longer care as a good deal as I did," she added. "I assume of how many years I wasted simply caring so tons about what human beings thought, and it was once simply suffocating. And I suppose I wasted time doing that. What I love, so a long way about getting older, is that I'm beginning to simply truly be pleased with who I am, understand what I prefer, and be aware of what I don't want." Selena Gomez has added remedy to many by using opening up about her intellectual fitness struggles, and by using rallying to normalize these touchy conversations. But what precipitated the "Lose You to Love Me" singer to end up in Recommend in the first place? Speaking to Vogue UK, Selena said breaking her silence about her intellectual fitness was once now, not of her very own volition. She stated she felt pressured into sharing her experiences once the rumor mill caught wind of her diagnosis. "In a way, I didn't have a choice," she shared. "There had been so many testimonies being informed about me in the course of that time that I questioned how every person would recognize." Selena continued, "I do have bipolar disorder, and I had to examine a bunch of matters about myself, and it wasn't easy. And, some days it's nonetheless not. But I simply knew that if I didn't say anything, any person else was once going to. It wasn't fair." The Grammy winner also shared how her makeup brand, Rare Beauty, earned its moniker. She stated she named her Splendor line after her anthemic single, Rare, due to the fact it essentially says that I don't have the whole thing figured out. However, I comprehend that I'm really worth it, and I recognize that I deserve desirable things. When we commenced speaking about how to enter the splendor space, I knew I wanted to be different. I desired to stand out and exhibit human beings that I care past simply the products, so that's how it began. I named the product Rare. It was once notably difficult to get, however it used to be properly well worth it, and now it represents so a good deal extra to me, Selena said. Singer-actress Selena Gomez, 26, does now not discover social media appropriate for the younger era, as she feels it has devastating results on them. During the press convention of her zombie comedy The Dead Don't Die, Gomez, who has extra than 150 million followers on Instagram, spoke about the damaging outcomes of social media on youth, said Guardian.com. She said, "I assume our world is going through a lot, obviously. But for my generation, specifically, social media has been terrible. They are not sincerely conscious of the information or whatever going on." Gomez feels social media is accountable for spreading inaccurate facts amongst people. "It's just I do not choose to say egocentric due to the fact that feels rude, but it is dangerous, for sure. I do not suppose human beings are getting the proper statistics sometimes." On how to make Instagram a secure space, Gomez stated it is pretty impossible. "It is not possible to make it secure at this point. I'm grateful I have a platform. I do not do a lot of pointless pictures. For me, I like to be intentional with it. I see these younger girls, I'll meet them at meet and greets, and they're simply devastated by using bullying and no longer having a voice. I would be cautious and enable yourself some time limits of when you have to use it," she added. It's been years since Selena Gomez fights for the significance of intellectual health, turning into one of the first younger stars who uncovered themselves to sensitize their followers on such an vital trouble which, till simply over a decade ago, very few talk about. During his latest interview with Good Morning America, whereas Selena presented Wondermind, his new platform devoted to intellectual health, the pop big name stated his goodbye to the net and the relative departure from social networks, revealing now not solely that one can stay properly disconnected, however additionally that besides having the anxiousness of having to exhibit constantly on Instagram, his existence has made a massive jump in quality. This content material is imported from Instagram. You might also be capable to discover the identical content material in some other format, or you may additionally be in a position to discover extra information at their net site. "I haven't surfed the internet for 4.5 years," he admitted Gomez, as soon as addicted to social media. "This has totally modified my life. I am happier, I am extra present, I relate extra to human beings, and this makes me experience ordinary," endured the singer of Let Anyone Go Peace made collectively with Coldplay, speaking about how essential it used to be at the core of one's lifestyles to recognize the significance of mental health. During the interview, Selena Gomez, seen in movies such as Spring Breakers, Monte Carlo and A Wet Day in New York, A Rainy Day in New York with Timothée Chalamet, additionally stated that she determined to make Wondermind to assist all these who, simply like her, are going through the tough route to recuperation to gain an accurate intellectual balance. This content material is imported from Instagram. You may additionally be in a position to locate the identical content material in every other format, or you can also be in a position to locate extra information at their net site. "I apprehend that feeling of having no one, it's pure sadness. I recognize how it feels as I nevertheless have days the place I experience this way. Unfortunately, loneliness is section of the sport and it is for this moment. Please inform us in the comments. Please do now no longer neglect about to subscribe and flip on the notification bell to see our reducing region day updates. Thanks for watching."